Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is a behind the scenes of how I made my newest music video, which is called Tattoo Your Name. Now, this is actually the second attempt I'm making at making this music video. The first attempt I had, it didn't end up well, and I've kind of changed some of the concepts of how I want this music video to go, so I actually refilmed the entire music video this morning, and I am now trying to develop some scenes which I will be using for the music video. Now, normally, or at least so far when I've made my music videos, I either make them solely in Blender, or I make them with, like, royalty-free freaking stock photo, stock video stuff that I put myself in, and it's quite fun. However, in order to progress, I have to keep challenging myself, and my idea for this music video is to have Blender here, where I make a 3D scene such as this. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. This is what it's going to look like. Cool, huh? So I have a 3D scene here, and then I have my green screen video that I recorded this morning. I'm going to put that in here. Whether it's in Blender I put it in, or if I put it in DaVinci Resolve, I'm not sure yet. But either way, I'm going to be kind of mixing the two together, so it's a little bit more complicated compared to my other videos. That's why I may not get that many videos out this week, just because of how difficult this is to do. So anyway, for the first scene, I'm going to want myself... I guess I can spoil it because you're not going to see this till the music video's out. I recommend you watch the music video first. Anyway, so I'm going to start over here. I'm going to be walking, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to fall down this hole right here. And once I have fallen down this hole, that is when things are going to get a little bit more tricky. But the first setup, or first part of the scene that I wanted to do was build this. So here we are. This is the first scene. And as you can see, I have this texture kind of on the wall. I haven't really delved much into using textures. Like if you look at any of the other music videos I've done, I don't have textures. It's normally just like I just paint it. That's it. So I'm trying to progress here, okay? Anyway, so this scene is practically done. I'm going to move on to the next scene now. The next scene is going to be me falling, and I'm going to land in a vat of liquid. Now, because this song is about tattoos, it's actually funny because I didn't really realize till I had made the song, but it almost sounds like I'm trying to get someone to get a tramp stamp. Like if you, it's stupid, but it's catchy. I don't recommend you get tramp stamps. That's a very silly idea. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be building like a pot or a vat here, some kind of tube, and I'm going to fill it with some kind of liquid, and then I'm going to put a hole in it so I can fall through. That's the goal. I don't know how long it's going to be. The last attempt I did at trying to make this music video, it took me 4 freaking hours to figure out the liquid simulation in Blender. I've used it before. Like that's literally the first music video I posted is I used it. So I've used it before, but it's finicky to use. It's a pain in the butt to deal with. So I hate using that, and I hate using smoke effects. But it's needed for this, I believe. So I'm going to try my best here. Anyway, I'll see you when I have something done. All right, everyone, I'm back. It's been a little bit. I have made this box here where I'm going to fall through for the next scene. I'm going to land in this ink. This ink is basically just another box, which I've colored black with some like wavy texture stuff on it. And I animated it so that the waves are going to like, see, look at this. So over time, it looks like water, right? So it'll kind of give it like a liquidy type look to it. It doesn't look bad. I'm going to have myself fall in here. I'm going to swim over to here, climb out, and that's it. That's the end for that scene. So I'll be on to the next scene, but I'm not doing any more today because it's time for me to eat some food and then go to bed. So I'll see you in the next video. Alright everyone, I'm back. And I have animated it now. I also animated the lighting so it'll turn off when the spikes cover them. So look, so you go like this. So I'm going to walk in here, and then spikes will start falling. Oh no, so I'm going to start running. And as I'm running, the spikes are behind me. It's kind of like something out of Indiana Jones or something like that, right? And then I'm going to slide through here. And hopefully, that'll be that. This is this scene practically done. I can start the next scene, I guess right now, maybe? I don't know, I'm kind of running out of time. I have to go head for work soon. But Anyway, I'll catch you up with what I have done next. All right, everyone, I'm back. I have I actually got to go to work now, or get ready to go to work. So I'm gonna end recording probably for today. So this is what I've made. So the person's gonna slide in here from the last scene. And they're gonna fall down these, like, these things. Now they're gonna keep falling. Well, when I say they, I'm gonna mean myself. So I'm gonna fall here. I'm gonna fall here. I'm gonna fall here. I might have to change some of the lighting. I'm gonna fall here. I'm gonna fall through this hole. This is near the end of the video, because the last scene I already have kind of made, because I used it or tried using it when I tried making this music video before, because as I said, this is the second time. So but that first scene or the last scene is already basically done. So I'm gonna have like water coming out, or black like ink coming out of these pipes, and I might have to add more of the pipes around here just for the effect. I think it'll look really cool. That's going to be the tricky part. I really am not looking forward to getting the liquid to work. Oh my gosh, it's such a pain. Anyway, that's all I've done so far. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. All right, everyone, I am back. And it is now, I don't actually know when I recorded last. I think it's later in that day. Anyway, so I have now animated or created a fluid sim here where basically I'm going to walk in over here, and or I'm going to slide in, actually, and I'm going to start falling, or I'm going to fall down here, and then down here, and I also have all this fluid kind of falling around me, this is the ink for the tattoo gun. So it's all going to fall, and then I'm going to fall down this hole, and that's going to lead to the last scene in this little video here. But this is kind of cool, though, right? Like, if you compare this to some of the other animations I've done, this definitely looks better, because I normally don't use the textures, which I've implemented into this video. Anyway, that's it for this scene. I think the next scene I think the next scene's actually done, which means I now have to try to implement the green screen footage. The question here is, do I implement it into actually Blender itself, which it's a little bit harder, I think, to work with if it's in Blender, or do I put it in DaVinci Resolve and kind of edit it in DaVinci after I have this scene already set up and exported? I'm not sure yet. All right, everyone, I'm back, and I have since implemented my first green screen bit into this first scene. So here we go. I'm walking, la 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 la. Oops, and I fall. So that's pretty good. The color, I kind of figured out the issue I had with the color. So I think I might be able to do this further in the future. It does take longer to export because it is Blender. And there's like the more crazy crap you have in Blender, such as textures and like decent like image stuff, it takes longer to export. So that's one thing I'm not excited about. But I like that it has the shadow implemented properly. The lighting, look at myself, look at the light, and that goes dark here. So the lighting's affecting my image. So it looks good. So I'm actually quite happy with this result. All right, on to the next scene. I am now finished this scene here, which is the second scene. I have implemented myself into the scene again. I also kind of redid it because before, like, I had this one here, but the textures are all getting crazy, like weird lines and stuff in them. I'm not really sure how to fix that, as I don't really use textures that often. So all I did was just recreate it out of individual blocks. That way there's less texture issues. But yeah, so I redid that. I then implemented myself into it, so I should be falling down over here. So woo, into the ink. There's my camera. What the frig's the camera doing? I actually don't think I even fixed the camera for this scene yet. Okay, that's probably an issue. But yeah, look at me, I'm swimming over. Oh, and then I go boing up here. And then I walk out to the next scene. Wait. Oh, here it is. So then I walk out to the next scene. So that's basically it for this scene. I have to fix the camera, though. I kind of forgot that I have the camera to work with. All right, everyone, I'm on to the next scene. This time I have a little bit of an issue because I looked up, I was just editing my green screen footage to import it over here. And it looks like when I recorded the green screen, because I did the whole thing in one take. So I had like a script written out of what I want to happen, and then I just kind of enacted how I think it should happen. And it seemed like I wanted, like, this scene, I walk in from the front. So instead of going from the side view, I actually walk in where I should be like this, which actually I think is probably better. So what I did, I created a new scene here, And this scene's going to be kind of an in-between scene. So I'm going to duplicate this wall or put another wall right over here. And then I'm going to have myself walk in. And then the spikes are going to start falling and I'm going to start running. But that's going to be the end of that scene. And then I'm going to cut back over to this scene where I'm going to be running and the spikes are coming down. So that's kind of the goal here. All right, I'm back. It is now after work, and I'm doing some work on this before I go to bed. And what's going on here is, so I walk in. This is the other scene that I had to make because it's kind of like an in-between scene. So I walk in here, and all the spikes on the roof. Look at the spikes. That looks freaking cool. And then, like, boom, they close. And like, oh no, and I start running. Ah, run for your life, Jimmy. So yeah, I'm going to do this, run up to here. And then I'm going to go to the other scene, which I'm going to continue running down the hall. All right, so on this scene, I have myself here running. Da la 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 la. Wah! And I slide under. Look at that. Woo! I had some issues with this over here because since it's all out of time now with the first clip or the prior clip, so that was a bit of an issue trying to look at this. They're all going crazy, but you don't see that in the camera. In the camera, you only see this, so it looks like it's still chasing me properly. So it'll work, but that was a bit of a nuisance trying to figure that out. Anyway, on to the next scene, which is, the next scene is going to be interesting, because it's going to be, I think it's the trickiest out of all of them. Alright everyone, I think I'm done this scene. This is the scene that I had the liquid pouring out of these objects or whatever. I gotta make these little things, I don't want you to see them in the final render, so I'm just going to turn them off over here. Anyway, so I'm going to shoot out like this. Oh, and the camera zooms in, and I'm just falling down these, bam, 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 bam. The camera's going a little bit, it's kind of getting off track there. I need to make sure it's centered, so I'm just going to zoom it up a little bit. Yeah, bam. Okay, there we go. And then I fall into this pit, this black hole pit thing. There we go. This looks really good. I think this gotta be one of my, I don't know if I would say most creative things I've done yet, but it's very cool. Anyway. So that's it for this scene. On to the last scene. And the question I have is, one, how long is this going to take to render? Because this stuff is a lot more complicated with textures and importing myself as in images. Like, I have a feeling this is going to be a pain in the freaking butt to render. I really have a feeling this is going to suck. And it depends how long it takes to render this. If it's way too long, I probably won't do another music video to this extent. Which I don't know. Like, it's fun to make this, and now that I can do this and I kind of have a better idea of what I'm doing to implement myself in here into actual, like, videos or animations, it really opens a future for my creativity. But the only thing that really, it could be a setback would be my computer's rendering power. Like, my computer's good, but rendering anything in Blender takes friggin' forever. Alright everyone, I'm back, and this is I wouldn't say the last scene, because I think I want to do one more, but this is the second last scene here, where basically I fall down, doing, I fall down, I'm in this tube here, right, and I just walk toward the camera. That's all. This is from a previous video, or the first version of this song animation that I was working on that didn't turn out. So the next scene, I'm gonna have it so that I walk out. Maybe this might actually be the end of it, but I really want it I really want the reveal scene. So I'm gonna have to do a little scene there at the end, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go work on that. All right, I am back, everyone, and this is what I've done. I've basically completed the video. So I have this scene here where I walk out of the tube, la la la, I turn and start walking, okay? So this is the scene, like, right after you see that tube, this is it. So I'm walking out of this tube, you still don't know what this is. And then I go over to scene 5, which isn't really scene, I don't know why I said that. This is from the previous one that I was working on, okay? So here, then, like, all of a sudden there's a little bit more of a reveal. As you can see here, out of frame, this is what you're gonna end up with. Then I go over to this scene, and then it's me walking, and then I walk through the camera, and then you're just left with the tattoo gun. So I'm thinking this is how I'm going to end the video, with this shot here. I think it kind of sums up. I think it's a good little reveal to see what what I was in the whole time. I think this. I'm happy with this. Now it's just exporting this video, which I'm thinking is going to be more than a headache, or I want it to be. What is up, you guys? I'm editing this video right now, the one you're watching, and it seems like I at some point in this I kind of stopped talking about or explaining what I'm doing to kind of make the video, and it kind of just showed you the end result of each scene. It seemed like I started doing that like halfway through. I don't know why I did that, but I noticed it, so I want to apologize for that. But I hope this video nonetheless was entertaining and kind of gave you a behind the scenes look at it. But I kind of wish I went more in depth. I guess I don't know what the frig I did. I just noticed that I kind of stopped showing you the process of making the video. I just kind of skipped the end of each scene and told you what I did. And I don't know if that was the best decision, but nonetheless, it is done. And I apologize for that. I definitely learned a lot in this and the process of how to do this for like future videos. And the exporting it was not bad at all. So that is such good news, because that gives me the freedom to do this in the future without any fear. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you liked it. You give it a thumbs up if you're new, and subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys next time.